Alright, it was your Antoine Semenyo Ashe, the ninth goal of the season, Premier League goal of the season. Antoine Semenyo, season we say when free bottom water a baby ya pa. I'll be so much disappointed if Antoine Semenyo in free bottom water. Because look, guy no she goose, but they can't win. I mean, Bournemouth, they can't win. And trying Semenyo and then Osheni ninth goal of the season, but he was not happy. Why? Because Brentford ashamed by 4-1, and he got the only goal for Bournemouth. It was 9 goals with 3 assists in 17 Premier League games. How many forwards the team mouse numbers? How many attackers? And a bit now these numbers. And then Omobisa Pep Guardiola said, will Antoine Semenyo make his team? These journalists, Omobisa Pep Guardiola about Antoine Semenyo, and Pep Guardiola intentionally avoided the question. Or say, next question.
Linked with one particular forward in the January transfer window, Antoine Semenyo, can that act as motivation to the other forwards in your team?
Next question.
As Pep Guardiola can say next question on person will go into details and you know better than say so because the things are not officially over, so you can't come out and be talking about another team's player. But you know, and say it's a done deal. Manchester City are getting Antoine Semenyo this January. In fact, Antoine Semenyo himself is pushing for the deal to happen. Because look at Bournemouth, the last 9 games, no win. The last 9 games for Bournemouth, no win. Even after Antoine Semenyo scoring goals. You see, Antoine Semenyo, the last 3 matches, our body Bournemouth, the last 3 matches for Antoine Semenyo, it is go. Against Manchester United, that 4-4, Antoine Semenyo was on the score sheet. The next game against Burnley, that one to ended 1-1. Antoine Semenyo scored the only goal for Bournemouth. And today, they've been beaten 4-1. And guess the goal scorer, Antoine Semenyo. So the last 3 matches for Bournemouth, Antoine Semenyo ashe goals. But they can't win. That's why the deal must happen. This is the reason why Antoine Semenyo was so free Bournemouth this particular January. Because you might be good if you're not playing for a very good side. Charlie, your performance, no one will recognize your performance. No one will recognize your performance. So look at Bournemouth in their last 9 fixtures. Man City, show 2-1. Aston Villa, show 4-0. Bournemouth, Tifie, West Ham, 2-2. Sunderland, Eshe, Bournemouth 3-2. Bournemouth, Tifie, Everton, Beshelmo 1-0. Bournemouth 0, Chelsea 0. Manchester United 4, Bournemouth 4. Bournemouth 1, Burnley 1. And today, Brentford 4, Bournemouth 1. These are the last 9 results for Bournemouth. No single win. And it's a very sad situation. This is the reason why I was saying Antoine Semenyo would see me free. Yes, because they started the season pretty well. But if you look at the league position now, this year Bournemouth and no mother this year. Bournemouth at the 15th on the log, 15th position on the Premier League table. After 18 matches, they've won just 5, drawn 7, and lost 6. And they are at the 15th position. And see, guys, Antoine Semenyo must leave Bournemouth no matter what. He must, and he must leave this January. Because look, Ubo say you are not winning. Why the goals are all sharing now? I say Ubo what you say. It's Pep Guardiola intentionally avoided to answer Antoine Semenyo's question after the interviewer asked him if say Antoine Semenyo be kind of team no he will make the team stronger, and he said no. Next question.
Well, linked with one particular forward in the January transfer window, Antoine Semenyo, can that act as motivation to the other forwards in your team?
Next question.
Next question, because you'll be player on person commenting on another team's player. So Bournemouth, so Antoine Semenyo, comparing this season's performance to that of last season. This season so far, was 9 goals and 3 assists. Last season, in total, Antoine Semenyo bought 42 matches, scored 13 goals with 6 assists in 42 games, the whole of last season. These are Antoine Semenyo's numbers. But this particular season, we already about 17 Premier League games, scoring 9 goals with 3 assists. In total, about 18 games in total, 9 goals, 3 assists. Sana Etienne. And I offer Bournemouth last 2 seasons. Antoine Semenyo played 36 games in all, scored 8 goals with 1 assist. And see, the progress he's making. The progress he's making for Bournemouth. So that's it. And I almost say January deal, if it happens, it's going to be the biggest January transfer in English football, to sign a player in January for that amount, £65 million. It's going to be the biggest transfer. I mean, in terms of the monetary aspects, it's going to be the biggest transfer in January.
Yeah, I think this one's got potential to be the biggest, certainly financially, of the January window. There are 2 conditions that need to be met. £65 million release clause, which needs to be triggered by January the 10th. At the moment, Manchester City are in pole position, and every indication that we've had so far leading up to today has been that he will go there. Bournemouth are quite keen for him to stay until January the 10th, but they've got games against Brentford, Chelsea, Tottenham and Arsenal. But my understanding is Semenyo wants this deal done rapidly, and he wants to move to Manchester City basically on January the 1st. So every indication we've got at the moment that he'll be at the Etihad. The decision for him isn't a financial one. It is an opportunity to go and work with Pep Guardiola, go and win trophies with Manchester City and play for Manchester City. That doesn't come round every day. Right. He's got the opportunity to do that now, which is why I think he's intent on taking up that opportunity.
Yes, because January is mostly for minor signings. So, but this major signing to happen in January, now this is going to be a record for Antoine Semenyo and Bournemouth to cash in that particular amount. No, so I'm rooting for Antoine Semenyo. Say he should get out. Yes, leave Bournemouth, Antoine Semenyo. Leave Bournemouth. Yes, I'm going to call relegation. Leave Bournemouth. Go to Manchester City. Go to a club and you fight for the title. You know that you'll be competing. What you say? Leave Bournemouth. Now there is this discussion about Antoine Semenyo's deal. You can see some latest updates about Antoine Semenyo deal to Manchester City. No, you could see David Austin in some and some other ongoing discussion about it.
To Tottenham. I think, you know, I look at Man United, I think he'll have to play at wing back because they've got the two behind already and the way they play, unless he's sort of trying that now to change it up to see if that's going to be the way they're going to play if they get Semenyo like they did yesterday. That might have been one of the reasons, I don't know. Man City, we don't know if Pep's going to be there next season.
Yeah, there's uncertainty, isn't there?
There's uncertainty.
And do they need him at the moment?
Not at the moment, but you've got to keep them revolving. Do you know what I mean? You've got to keep. If you've got an opportunity to bring in someone of this quality for this kind of money, is ridiculous, really. There's not many players come up with this quality of player for this kind of money. Usually, you're putting another 40 or 30 on top of this. So, for me, I think Tottenham, because it's really open. Need a left side midfield. They need someone on the left. There's plenty of space, and he'll play every week. He plays every week at Bournemouth. Will he get used to being able to play 2 games, coming out for 1 or 2, playing another 2? He might be one of them players who needs to play week in, week out. It's hard. The foreign players can do it. They've been used to it. But for English players, especially for someone like him who's played consistently all the time, he might not like that. So it's a one for him to think about, but he's got the world at his feet, you know, and all he's got to do is make sure, thank God, he doesn't get injured in the next 12 days or so.
Yeah, so David, the way you describe it there, Manchester United to miss out again on Semenyo. So if that is the case, where do they go from here?
Yeah, with Semenyo, I think it was more a market opportunity, Ahmed. they wanted to sign him rather than necessarily focusing immediately on that position. It doesn't mean that they will definitely go for an alternative for that wide attacking role now or in the summer, but I do think it is on the agenda to fill it at some point, because you've got the likes of Rashford potentially leaving when his Barcelona loan expires, and also Jadon Sancho as well. So there is scope for that left attacking role to be filled going forward at Manchester United. Their primary focus, however, is the midfield area and that number 6 position. You never say never, but I'm not sure that's going to happen in January. I think the summer is far more likely. Why? Because the sort of players they're looking at and the price that they would come at makes January extremely hard to do. So we're talking about the likes of Elliot Anderson, of Adam Wharton, of Carlos Baliba. I think they'd be among, 5, 6 options that Manchester United will be studying for that role. They now have a period to navigate without many of their first choice players. Bruno Fernandes out injured, Kobbie Mainoo out injured, but I'm assured that they're both minor problems, so we should see them back soon. And Burmo and Ahmad at the Africa Cup of Nations, but they will return in January. The summer brings a much clearer football and financial position for Manchester United. They'll know where they finished in the league table. They'll know what finances they have at their disposal. The likes of Casemiro's contract expires. There is a club-held option to extend by 12 months. Harry Maguire's contract is expiring. The aforementioned Marcus Rashford, Rasmus Højlund could well move to Napoli on a permanent basis. The attraction of Semenyo was that he had a release clause. It made it quick and easy if he favoured them. With others, it's going to be much tougher. And that's why January transfer activity at Manchester United inbound is not expected. Outbound, possibly, in terms of the likes of a Kobbie Mainoo, or maybe more plausible Joshua Zirkzee. Although nothing is advanced on that, Manchester United need all of the players they have at their disposal. We've seen the likes of Ruben Neves and James Garner linked to them, but I'm not aware of anything concrete on that front. Manchester United have done a lot with their finances to put themselves in a better position. Job cuts, redundancies, and that gives them some manoeuvrability in the transfer market, but they will still need to be disciplined and try to act in a sustainable way. And that's why the summer is more likely to be busy than January. But let's see what the coming weeks bring.
Yes, Sana Ibusa for it. So congratulations for the 9th goal of the season. Charlie, but the guy is not happy at all. See you in the next one.